Oh, excuse me. Hey, hey, hey. I need to get my, I don't think I'm gonna be on here too long. Because it's already late. Y'all gotta work tomorrow? Or y'all off tomorrow? Y'all off for MLK Day / inauguration / college championship game? Like, it's a whole lot of things happening tomorrow. And then it's supposed to be really cold here in Atlanta. So it's supposed to be like in the teens, I think. Super chilly. I meant to tell my, dang it. Just one of those days. I was on a lot of calls today. Hey, hey. I was on a lot of calls today and I forgot a lot of things. So I'm jumping on here really, really, really late. Apologies. I'm going to get myself together. I promise I am. It's like midnight. It's almost midnight. Oh, man. I'm about to go to sleep in a minute. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. So, like, I had meetings all day. I had 3 meetings today on a Sunday at that, right? A Sunday. And then tomorrow's like inauguration / championship game / MLK. That's a lot going on, isn't it? / TikTok ban, unban. Like, what was that? / a lot of this stuff coming out with Instagram with reels and stuff. And I don't know. So, y'all, I am so excited. I'm going to be promoting something tomorrow. I'm going to be promoting an offer tomorrow. I just need to write it up and post it and get it all streamlined out and stuff. I've been doing so this week is a perfect week for like make cash challenges. If you're wanting to make more money, make more income, this week is the week to do it. Hey, Derek. This week is the week to do it. Actually, like for the next 2 weeks. The portal actually opened, I think January 19th, yesterday was the wealth portal that opened. So hey Grace, if you are wanting for more money, more income, this is the week to do it. I'm currently it starts on Tuesday. It's a make cash challenge. So I'm definitely invested in that. And then, before I jump into it, I'm going to take it myself just to make sure I know what I'm doing, and then I'll pose it to you all. So just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to, I'll push y'all to do anything, and then I have not tested it out first, right? Because that would make more sense. So I'm gonna start one this week that I'm in a group, and they start on Tuesday, but I'm gonna do tomorrow. And I'm going to set up my offer and everything. And then I'm going to push that. So y'all finna see a lot of me this week. Just know. Because I'm going to start mine this week. Because they start on Tuesday. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And so the cash challenge is 3K to 10K in 7 days. And they start on Tuesday. But they gave us the rundown today. And they told us all the things that you could potentially do. Oh, thank you, Elise. Is it Elise? That's beautiful. I love that name. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do it. Because I missed the last one that they did. And I was like, dang, I have not done one. And let me just say, you can do a cash challenge all you want. Like when you go back and watch a video from somebody else. But it's nothing like doing it with other people, with that energy, when everybody's in that same mindset. Like, yes, we're all in it together. We're all going to do it together. And so that there's something special about that. Like when it's a collective amount of people doing the same exact thing, wanting results, then you have the mindset to go all in, not worrying about anything else, right? So that's what I'm going to do. Am I in the hospital? I'm just in the bed. That's what I'm in. I'm in the bed and I got my thing on. Great question though. No, I got my It's just I'm just cold. I'm in Atlanta, but it's cold. It's like, I think it's supposed to be like in the teens tonight. Thank you. Is it the Gucci Mane? Thank you. It's supposed to be like 19 degrees, I think. It's cold. It's cold. So like we're dripping pipes and stuff. Let me ask y'all a question. So this is real random. Is thank you, Timon. Okay, thank you. So when they tell you to drip your pipes, what does that mean to you all? Right? When they tell you to drip your pipes, is it like a little drip? Is it like a steady stream? Is it like we done like turn on the faucet when they say that though? What do you think? Cause my question be like, let me say, hold on. So, I like my sister does her drips like okay. So let me see if I can flip it. Okay, right? So I have it like is it like this? Is it like this? Like when they tell you to drip your pipes so that they don't freeze. Like what do they mean when they say that, right? I'm not sure. That's what I be thinking. I don't know. So y'all let me know. Cause I'll be wondering about that. I'm like, I'm not even sure. I have no idea. But anyway, thank you for subscribing. Plant based is always trying to cause some trouble. Always trying to start some stuff. That's fine. You can come on here. Yeah, I'm chilling. It's like midnight. It's late. I usually try to get on earlier, but I was on 3 calls today, so I didn't do it. And I'm over here looking like bye Felicia because I'm a natural girly. And so at some point today I was gonna take my hair down, but I didn't get to it. So that's why I look like I'm apparently a hospital patient. A hospital patient. Oh, that was good. I needed a good laugh today. I appreciate you for that. That's funny. But look, I can't even front. That's hilarious. But hospital patients don't they give you like a thing to wear, right? They don't usually give you like a nice red shirt from like Banana Republic. They usually give you like a gown to wear. I don't have no like IVs on me or nothing. Thankfully. Thankfully. But no, I'm not in the hospital. I'm just sitting in my bed. It's really cold here, so it's the heat keeps coming on and going off. Hey Jacob. Hey Jacob. Yeah, they look like they don't. Yeah. Are we what, Jacob? You said wait. It is, right? I wanted to know if do y'all work tomorrow? I don't know. Cuz that was my question. Are we good? Yes, we are good. Yeah, we got some jokesters on here, but we're good, Jacob. We're good. Jacob always come to my rescue. Hi Dakota. Thank you, Dakota. So yeah, we are just chilling over here. We are on here very late. I'm usually not on this late, but I was on a lot of calls today. And so I said, well, I'm going to stick to my going live every day. And that's that. He said, do you a real job? What does that mean? Do you a real job? What do you mean? Who has a big nose? I mean, that's a first. Hello, Margarita. How are you? Okay, Derek. Okay, Derek. Oh, an EMT and a fireman? I'm surprised you are. Where are you located, Dakota? Thank you for your service because I know that's a lot. Because that reminds me of my favorite show, Chicago, Chicago Fire. So I know y'all be getting into some stuff. I live in Abilene, Kansas. Okay, is it Abilene? Wow. Hi, Yolanda. How is everybody? Y'all got plans tomorrow? Are y'all like, what's the weather out there? It's cold here. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's very chilly here. It's like, I think tonight's supposed to get down to the teens. So it's like really cold. How are you, Slay Queen? I'm good, Jeannie. Is it Jenny? Jenny? I'm good, Jenny. Dakota out of town. Okay. I just have the longest days at work. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Yolanda. It's cold, right? Yeah, like it's cold everywhere, like across the board. It's just like, oh, it's freezing. I look like I'm from Africa. I will take that as a compliment. I just went to Africa in October and I spent 10 days in Kenya at an orphanage where I saw, children from various ages. I think the youngest I think was like 1 or 2, all the way up until they were like 15 or 16. And so, thank you, Dakota. Is it and thank hi is it Jatender? Hi, Jatender. And there was like 300, and I think she said she had 393 kids that were all at the orphanage. Now some of them had parents, some of them didn't. Of course, I never seen the parents, but they were all sweet, all loving, very friendly. They all spoke Swahili. So if you like go back to some of my shorts videos, they love to dance. So if you look at my videos on my page, you'll see a lot of them where they're dancing, and they were just adorable. Thank you so much. And so what we did was, we spent that time just kind of hanging out with them. We would eat some of what they ate. Now, of course, they ate a lot of the same things every day, but we would do more. I don't eat meat, so I didn't eat any meat. I would do like rice, um, cabbage. They had what is this stuff? They had like a pea and carrot soup one day, and then of course I always had rice. I always loved the cabbage that they made. I helped cook cabbage one day for them. They used the tomatoes and they would boil all the tomatoes down and make that like their kind of like their seasoning. Of course, they would just add like salt and pepper. They were very very minimal when it comes to seasoning, and then they would add in the cabbage and stuff. And so, yeah, it just was an interesting dynamic to see how how the other side of the world, especially in Africa, how they live. But I said I would definitely go back. Where else would you visit for vacay? I would visit Greece or Miami. I like both of those options. I've been to Miami probably about 3 or 4 times. Miami's nice. I definitely want to do something on the warmer side because it is so cold. Because it's so cold right now, I said I would like to do something further south. So you're kind of reading my mind right about now. Miami, Greece. I have not been to Greece yet. I want to go to Bali, Singapore, London, Dubai is on the list. Australia for sure. So those are some of mine, and Thailand. And then my sister actually asked me just yesterday. She wants to go to Thailand. She wants to go to Bangkok, Thailand for a year. And so she's like, "Will you come with me?" Absolutely. You didn't say nothing but a word. That's just you didn't have to tell me. Same Africa's fun, but it's hot. Yes. Yes. I am in Atlanta, Georgia right now, where it's just cold for no reason. Hello, sister. You look like my niece, Nikki. Hello, Harold. The Gucci man. The meat is good. So their meat is okay. So you'll see like all the animals just like on the land of the orphanage. So you gotta like watch out for like because they're just pooping everywhere, right? So they had chickens, they had geese, they had something else that they have goats, and they were just like roaming around, right? And then yes, Harold, I went to Kenya back in October for 10 days, and I visited the orphanage while I was there. Hi, Rick. And then so while I was there, the kids, they're just adorable. And so one day they was like, "You see that cow right there? It's going to get slaughtered." I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then that next day, all I seen were hooves in the kitchen. Okay, so if I have, oh man, I wish I. Let me see. Oh, I think my phone died. My other phone. If I had the picture, hold on. Oh, I think it's died. Oh, shucks. Okay, I got 1%. Let me see if I can find it. But there were literally hubs. I just seen like the front two legs in the kitchen. And I was like, ooh. I did take a picture of it, by the way. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So because I am a first world, that was different for me. I was definitely not expecting any of that. But that's why I went, right? I went to see how different other people live outside of America, right? And here's the funny thing. The funny thing is that when I went with people, nobody was American. I was the only American that went on that trip. Oh my God, there it is. I was the only American that went on a trip. Okay, hold on. Can y'all see this? Ah! Scared the out of me, okay? I said, oh, okay. So yeah. Um Please come visit New Guinea. Oh, New Guinea. What's in New Guinea? Isn't that crazy? I was like, okay. So yeah. So that was my trip. And then let me see if I can find some more pictures. So this is them cleaning like the skin, I guess, from the cow. Mm-hmm. And so that was like the older kids. So the older kids would help cook. And I can't remember what this was. Oh God. Was it like you I can't think of the name of it. This was some of the food that they had made, but I can't remember the name of it. But that actually was good though. Like we didn't try. I didn't eat all of the food that they had. Like they had what's it called, like mezzi or something, which basically was like three different like beans, three different types of beans, and they would cook that and they would eat that like every day, and they would like eat with their hands. Some had spoons, like the older kids maybe had spoons, but most of the kids just ate with their hands. And they'd be like, "You want something?" I'm like, "No, baby, you go ahead and finish that yourself." And they're very, very generous, want to share with you. I was like, "No, no, boo boo, you just eat that. Like that's it for it. I'm not taking your food." And so here's one of the babies. They're so cute, aren't they cute? I mean, had me in tears. Like, I didn't want to leave. They're just so cute. And they just were so, like, they like, they're just kids, right? So they don't have much. So they can only just give you what they know. And all they know is love. So it was just really beautiful. Let me see. New Guinea is a Pacific nation. Okay. You would cry if you saw that, right? It just was like, oh, my phone just died. Okay, I can't show you no more. I have to charge it. But yeah, it was one of those things. It was definitely an experience. They have that particular place. When I went, the people who own the orphanage, they've been there. They've had the orphanage for like 13 years. So they finally, because they go every year, they decided to build a compound right next door. So thankfully, when we flew in, so we flew into Nairobi first. It was from Atlanta. It was I want to say a 20-hour flight. I think we had to fly into, I had to fly into Addis Ababa, I think, and then stay there 2 hours, and then flew from there to Kenya. And I went on Ethiopian Airlines. Ethiopian Airlines was nothing like Delta, and I was like, you know what? The American Airlines compared to everybody else's airlines, they don't treat us right. I sat in, like, because I knew it was a long flight. I was like, I'm not gonna sit in first class because I didn't want to spend that amount of money for a 20-hour flight, right? I'm like, it's my first time. I was like, I've already, I had to spend, to be able to do the trip. So I was like, okay, I think my flight cost me, actually, listen, here's the funny thing. My flight cost me, I want to say almost, maybe like $800 to Kenya and back. I fly to Arkansas for $500. Arkansas. But I fly to Kenya for, don't make sense. It don't make sense to it. But anyway, so I flew Ethiopian Airlines. They were like, the Ethiopians, gorgeous skin, right? Gorgeous, beautiful women, gorgeous skin. And how about a 2-hour flight? I kid you not. Kid you not. Okay. Let me start at the beginning. The first flight was like 14 hours, I think. And then because I think I'm 7 or 8 hours behind them. So it says like 20, right? So something like that. But I flew, it was a 14-hour flight. On the 14-hour flight, they give you headphones. But their headphones are, I wish I had it. Their headphones are 2-prong. So not like our 1-prong headphones. They're 2-prong. Then they give you socks. I was like, this is nice. They gave me socks. They gave me a, let me see. Here. They gave me the eye things for your eyes while you're sleeping. They gave you toothbrush and toothpaste, and I'm like, this is nice. And because I was on a trip a flight to Kenya, I knew that I could sit in the back. So I sat in row 22. I had the entire row, but I had the entire row to myself. So it didn't even matter. I had all 3 seats to myself, so I could lay all the way out. They gave you a blanket, they gave you a pillow. And then here's the thing. Your girl likes to eat. And I don't eat meat, but I eat a lot. They fed me 4 meals on that flight. I didn't know what to do with myself. And they wake you up. They wake you up and tell you, hey, it's time to eat. You know they don't do that. They don't do that on no airlines in America. None. If you sleep, you are done. You are out. You can forget it. But they wake you up. Excuse me, it's time to eat. What would you like to eat? What? It's time again? Sure, I'll wake up for that. They had, and then you ask, or on the paperwork, they say, what are your dietary restrictions or whatever we want to eat. So, you could have anything, chicken or whatever they had. And they would come around, give you a drink, come back around. Do you want alcohol? So, right, you already have your regular drinks. Then they come back around. Do you want alcohol? Then they gave you your food. And that was 4 times. I had dinner. I can't remember when I had dinner. I need to charge my phone so I can go back and see what I had for dinner. I had dinner. I had like a snack. I had breakfast. It was good. It was good. And so I'm like, it was airplane food, but from what we've had from America to here, I meant from America to like there, that was all. And it was a full meal. It wasn't like, oh, you want some, it wasn't like, you want peanuts or chips, right? In America, we get peanuts and chips. And they're giving you like a full-on meal. Like every meal came with bread. Every meal came with cream cheese. So you could have cream cheese on your bread, or you could have, it came with jam. So you could do like a roll with some jam on it, with the cream cheese, with the crackers. So you had a full meal. You had like a little side, you had an entree, you had dessert. Like this dessert, I think one time was like a lemon cake or something. Then you have like a cookie. I mean, like I could have stayed in the air. I had a great time. And then even the 2 hour flight when I got to Adibaba, had to wait there 2 hours and then flew over to Kenya. That 2 hour flight, they gave me a whole nother meal. I didn't know. I've never had 5 meals in one day in a flight. I was, I love you too. I was like, this is amazing. Mm, 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 mm. I've been looking at Delta with a side eye ever since. Now, I am a member of Delta Sky Club, but still, I'm just saying. Okay. So I really, really, really had a good time. And then on top of that, so when we fly into, thank you, Harold. You said we definitely had the same. Yes. And so when we flew into Nairobi. So we flew into Nairobi and we stayed at a 5-star hotel because they said, quote unquote, you're about to visit the other side, so we're gonna make it nice for you before we go. What the reality is that particular orphanage is 9 hours away. So the only logical thing you have to do is when you fly in, just stay the night at the hotel. It was a nice hotel. The food was good there because the people we went with, they said, hey, from the time you come in to the time you leave, your meals are covered by us. So that first night, they covered our meals at the hotel. So we didn't have to worry about that. So, but the interesting thing was, that was my first time at a hotel where your key card dictates your electricity for the room. So I went in, I was like, what is wrong with this room? I was like, what's wrong with this room? I'm like, the lights don't work or nothing. And so when you go back to the front of the door, it says, enter key card here. I was like, enter key card. And when I put the key card in there, the lights turned on. I said, oh, snap. I've traveled a lot. And I mean, a lot, but all of East Coast and stuff. But we don't really do that very often in America. Not that I've seen. Maybe I haven't been into enough 5-star hotels, but I was like, a lot of hotels in America need to do that like ASAP, because wouldn't that save them a lot more energy, a lot more electricity bills if they did that, if they put the key card in the door. And that way you don't have to lose the key card, right? Because you know exactly where the key card is because it's got your electricity on it. So you're not going to lose it and you're not going to leave without it. Hello. Right? Thank you. So I was like, that was really cool. I thought that was really interesting. And then, so I did have to have a roommate, which was fine. I love her. Shout out to Talika. She's amazing. She was from Australia by way of originally from India. So that was fun. That was really fun. So the next day we drove. We all got in it was about 20 something, about 20 of us, I think, 20. And then we rode that 9 hour drive to the orphanage. Yeah, so they were kind of up in the mountains. So that was fun. And so it's very muddy. It rains, especially that time of year, it rains a lot, like every day. So you do need to get boots, like rain boots. So the next day we did go and get rain boots. But you know how we joke about, I'm not sure where everybody is. Hi, I am lonely. But I'm not sure where everybody is located. But we have this term in America, we call it CBT time, for like colored people time, because black people tend to be late. But in America, I mean, that's what we call it in America. In Kenya, that's like times 2. So that CBT time is just like whenever we get to it. So like Like they just take their time. They take their time. Whenever they decide to get somewhere or decide to pick you up or decide, Kenyan time is Kenyan time. They may say 8 o'clock and they don't come till 10 or 11, right? So you just have to be mindful of that. Like you may say, oh, we're just going to go out for something in the morning and we'll be back. I might as well just wait because you're not coming back anytime soon, right? So I thought that was hi Timothy. So it just was really fun to just be on the outside. Because I flew so far, I didn't necessarily have to worry about work and all that stuff, and so everybody kind of just let me be. So I really was able to enjoy myself and not have to worry about America. And almost like, you leave your problems in America and you come to Kenya and enjoy yourself with the kids and everything. And so I left. Before I left, I was living in a 3 bedroom house, and I don't know if you I don't know if you've seen the video, but I had this leak over in my master bedroom, and it was a little leak, and I had called it in March of last year, and it was just a little leak, and so they came and they put some little stuff on the ceiling and didn't do anything else. And then we had Hurricane Helene. Well, Hurricane Helene came through with a vengeance and she rained that place out. And the week before I left, the ceiling just fell in. So I didn't have enough time to get that fixed in that amount of time before I left. So when I say like leave your problems and go to another country, that's literally what I did. I left the problems. I was like, we'll just have to deal with it when we get back, because I'm going to Kenya. I got time. So it was ooh. So Kenya was just what I needed. Kenya was interesting. We didn't have any certain days. It depended on what day. Some days we had water. Some days we didn't. Some days we had electricity. Some days we didn't. So if we had electricity, hurry up and charge your devices. Go ahead and put them on the charger quick, right? Some days the no water, now that one's rough. Like, because I'm in America, so we can understand the power goes out every time and again or whatever the case may be. Power outages, the tree fall, or, really bad storm or whatever. So you can understand, like, maybe not having power or something, but not having water, ooh, baby, that is a whole nother thing. Not being able to, now mind you, it's like 20 of us, right? Not being able to flush no toilet. So we would have to take some well water, and there was a couple of days I stayed there for 10 days. 10 days, and there was a well it was about like a 10-15 minute walk, but they'd tell you to walk in groups. Don't walk by yourself, and let's all go together, because it's like, I may be comfortable, but this is not my land. This is not my area. I do not know these people, so I cannot just be assuming that everybody is gonna just treat me lovely, right? Because I don't know these people. So we all had to make sure we were in groups. And so we would go to the well, and not the well, it's like a water place where it was fresh water that was always flowing. And we would fill up like buckets, or you fill up your water bottles there, and we would drink that water. Now that water was pure that we could drink. We would bless it. We would pray over it and bless it, and then we would drink that water. However, they did say that any of the water outside of that, do not drink, right? Like they provided us with bottled water to drink, so that we wouldn't drink any of the water that they had, except for that particular place where that water was coming out. That was fresh enough that we could drink and we could use that water. However, every other place that we went to, they said, don't drink the water. We just needed only bottled water. So that's what we did. But it was good to walk to I gotta see. I think my phone's still charging. If it pops back up, then I'll see if I can show you the place where we would drink. We would drink the water, we would pray over it, and then we would kind of sit up, and you almost like a hilly area, and we would kind of meditate. And so that was really beautiful. And you could just feel the energy. And so on Sundays, of course, that's where everybody goes to get their water, because imagine they don't have running water in their houses and stuff like that. They don't have those kinds of things. So they would walk there. The ladies would have the buckets on their heads, and they would walk there, and they would get enough water, I guess, to either for them to cook, for them to wash their clothes with. Some of them would wash their clothes while they were there, and walk it back. And so yeah, it was just a different experience. You would see the people walking with their cows and stuff, like if they wanted to get the water to their cows and stuff. You would be walking alongside, you'd see chickens randomly walking, you would see goats. Most of the cows, of course, were always behind, somebody owned the cows and stuff like that, so you wouldn't just see them randomly. And then they had, like dogs that would just be walking straight. But they were the prettiest dogs. They were so. I wish I knew what brand or what breed of dog that was. But they were like lean, and they were just so pretty looking. Like you would think maybe because they were in Kenya, they may be looking kind of rough or nothing. They were like really beautiful dogs. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, yeah, they look healthy. Like they work out or something. Like these are like, nice looking dogs. Like I can't. I wish if I can find, if my phone charges up enough, I'll show it to you. Okay. Let me see. Your other clothes are visible again and again. And then, let me see. Okay, fascinating. Is it oasis? It is much going on everywhere. I salute you for even being strong enough to travel that far. Yeah, it was like, I like to travel anyway. But that was an experience that I just can't, you can't fathom just the how different it was. Like the experience is one of those things where you just have to be there to experience it. Like I can't, talking about it doesn't do it justice, right? It's just, and because I feel like coming from America, any place in Africa feels like the motherland to us. So just by stepping on African soil, we automatically feel like we're home, even though we don't really know like exactly where our heritage came from in Africa. But like we know that it just stepping on that soil just feels like some like roots have been, like there's a puzzle piece that has been laid. It's like, okay, I'm supposed to be here. Like it was just a good feeling. It was a good experience. So yeah, which comes on. But yeah, it's my jacket. So yeah, it was good. It was really, really good, and I'm definitely gonna go back for sure. I just haven't decided when. I don't know if they're still gonna do it in October or not, but if they do, I'm gonna still go back in October. Let me see. Am I married? No, I'm not married. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. Whoever that was that said something about your clothes being visible is, oh, okay. I'm in Atlanta by way of, I've bounced around quite a bit though. Yeah, but I'm in ATL. Yeah. I'm in, like, right now I'm in Lilburn, so I'm in the outskirts of Atlanta. Because I feel like nobody really lives in Atlanta. Atlanta's on the, you know, pricier side of things. So most people, I feel like most people just don't live in Atlanta. People live around Atlanta. But it's easier just to tell people Atlanta because they know where that is. I love Atlanta because I am able to travel direct flights to most places. So that's why I like Atlanta. I'm in the Chicago area. Okay, Chicago's nice. I haven't been to Chicago in a minute though. And I keep saying I'm going back. But it's winter right now, so I don't think Chicago is going to be anywhere near me anytime soon. I want something warm. And I can only imagine what your weather looks like right about now. Because if it's in the teens here, I can only imagine that it's in the negatives where you are. And it's windy. So, no, I'm not from India. No, I'm in America. I need to go. I haven't visited. I've never been to India though. But I love to travel. Okay, what's your name? My name is Asia. Like the continent. And my page is Asia Smiles. Oh, see, yeah, that's too cold. Is it raining or is it just windy? Because that wind chill is something serious. Oh my gosh, like that wind chill is like ridiculous. Chicago is that just that's too cold. Whew. It's 11:10 in the morning in India. No rain, no snow. Thank God. That's good then. So what's the weather in India? Is it hot in India? It's 12:38 a.m. here, so it's very late. So it's almost 1 a.m. here. No rain, no snow, cold. Yeah. Mm-mm. That cold is something serious. Like, yeah, I don't mind cold because let me say this. I was Hey Derek. Hey Derek. So I am originally born in New York. So like I should by law, I guess, because I was born there, I should be able to deal with it. However, I lived there for a very short time, maybe like a year, and then maybe a year or two, and then we ended up moving down to Florida. And I spent most of my years in Florida. So I love coming to New York because I feel like it's home, right? However, I don't like staying there for a very long amount of time. Now, I did spend about 6 weeks there about 2 years ago because I had some family up there and we had to, some things happened. So I ended up staying about 6 weeks. And I did love that because I learned the subway and I learned the bus system. And for like 6 weeks, I called it Asia's Adventures because we because I just had to figure out how to do the subway line and then transfer to the bus line because I had to do all the things. But I enjoyed that, so I said okay, But I have not been to New York to do the touristy thing. Like when you have family that live in a place, you'll go and visit family in that place, but you never necessarily go and sightsee. And New York has a lot of sights to see, and I have not done that. The only thing I did was a Macy's parade like one time. And I was trying to be cute, and that was back when I was permed, and I was trying to be cute, so I had like my hair out and everything, and I caught a cold, a real bad cold, because I'm trying to be cute with no hood on in New York, and it was like 20 something degrees, and I got sick, so I was like, yeah, we're not doing that no more. So I do want to go see a play, a Broadway play. I do want to go visit Times Square and really experience the scenery of New York and all it has to offer. So I will be going back and doing that side of it. Oh, you went to Manhattan and loved it. What part was your favorite? Like, what did you enjoy? Asia Hyman. You're not annoying me. No. No, you are fine, Derek. You are just fine. The biggest crisis is coming in America. Thank you, I will. Oh no, I don't like the sound of that. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know, astrology. I appreciate that. Okay, well, I gotta go to work. Oh no. Okay, bye, Gucci man. It was good talking with you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. So, yeah, it's been. What are y'all plans for tomorrow? Well, I guess it's today now. It's a whole nother day at this point. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I guess I should say that. I guess. I don't know. But tomorrow is, well, today is Monday. Is anybody watching is it the championship game? I think it's, I don't know who's playing. I do know it's a championship is college championship. So it's a lot of things. It's like inauguration, but it's also the championship game for college, and it's also MLK Day. So it's a very busy Monday in America. No, I do not have a boyfriend. We are dating. Age, you must travel. And you keep saying that. All right, so let me write that down because I need to Google how far that is. Let me see. Papa. Is it Papua? Is it Papua? Papua New Guinea. New Guinea. I gotta see where that is. Yeah. I don't mind traveling. I love traveling. So I mean that's on the bucket list. I did say that I want to spend this entire year traveling to different Airbnbs in different countries and different places just to see different things, because especially after my experience with Kenya, I realized when I came home and I was like, Asia, you have so much stuff. Then of course the issue with the ceiling collapsing and all that stuff with the rain and the hurricane, I was like, you know what, you could really let this go. You could just travel, just get rid of all this stuff and see what it is that you really want to do. Like, enjoy, hi Jeremy, and then experience life in a different way, and not feel confined to one area. So I said, I packed up all my stuff, I put it in storage, and so I said for the next year, I just want to travel and do different things. I want to see and visit family, and then travel, and then make sure that my work is more like working wherever I work, as long as I have Wi-Fi and my computer works and my phone works. That's why I'm starting to get really active on YouTube, because I want to make some more passive income, so that way when I'm traveling I don't have to worry about financial things, right? Like, you start to set yourself up now, so that way when you travel you can just really enjoy yourself and you don't have to worry about the ins and outs of like day-to-day bills and stuff. Like, because I moved out of the house, I don't have to worry about all those bills. And technically, because I'm because I'm not in the house anymore, the Airbnbs are cheaper than the house that I was in, right? So I'm getting all of that stuff. I'm not having to pay for lawn care, light bill, water, um, sewage. I'm not having to pay for Wi-Fi. I'm not having to pay for cutting the lawn anymore, right? I'm not having to pay for all of that stuff. So now I was like, I can stay in an Airbnb and cut my costs by like $800. And I was like, you know what? And I'm able to travel and see other people and not feel like I'm stuck. So when I stayed there for like 3.5, almost 4 years, but my dog died in June of 2024. And so because I had him for 16 years, and so now I'm like, I'm good now. Now I can just travel and see stuff. So yeah. So it was a rental, so it wasn't mine. So no, I'm out of that house. Yeah, because if it was and I had that whole ceiling collapse and I had to pay for it, that would have been a thing. I would have been frustrated about that. However, I definitely would have got that leak fixed a long time ago. Here's the thing though. The leak started that I noticed in March. The hurricane happened in September. They fixed it, the inside, in October. Is October? No, I think it was like November. I think November they finally fixed the inside, but they never fixed the roof, right? So then when it rained, it would just drip straight through, because when they fixed it, they said, well, because of the installation, they don't want to put no more installation in there because they wanted it to dry out. So then when it rained, it would just come straight through. So I had to call that in multiple times. So finally, they didn't actually fix the roof part of it until mid-December. So you can imagine it was leaking from March that I noticed until mid-December when they actually fixed the roof. So you can imagine how much moisture was in that house. And then the guy who fixed the roof, he said to me, oh, he said the shingles, my little thing keeps hanging out. The shingles actually were fairly new. He said it seemed as if the people who installed the shingles and whoever did the roof, they never sealed down the vents. They never sealed them down correctly. So all that time, I lived there for almost 4 years. There was no seals on that vents. So there was no tarring around it. So imagine that when I noticed the leak, it had been leaking all that time. So I think that also probably was starting to affect me, probably health-wise too, because just all that moisture in that house. So, yeah, it was time to go. You said no makeup. Yeah, I'm not a makeup girly. I thought I would try that. I do a little bit of makeup. When I say a little bit of makeup, I mean a tiny bit of makeup. Here's the funny thing. I did just see a quote or a statistic that says women who wear makeup make 30% more money though. So you might see more makeup in the future because I think it has to do with the fact that because they know that you take time for your look and your appearance, and because makeup is expensive, right? Because you have to keep buying it and stuff. Maybe that's the reason why they get paid more. I'm not 100% sure, but I might wear some more in the future. I'm always gonna be a lip gloss girly though, always and forever. I need to get a sponsorship in lip gloss. So if you know anybody, I want to do a lip gloss sponsorship for sure, because I'm always a lip gloss girly, always. Oh, thank you. Is it Vashista? I wish I knew y'all's names a little better. I apologize if I messed up your name. Natural Beauty. That's all I can say. Thank you, Derek. Okay. Enjoy your new day. I'm going to listen to some music. May God, heaven, and earth bless you. Thank you, Harold. Thank you, Harold. I appreciate you. I'm not going to hang on here too much longer. I think it's getting late. It is like, oh my gosh, it's almost 1 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna hop. I'm gonna join Harold and I'm gonna hop off here. All right, I really appreciate y'all spending time with me tonight and listening to me rant about Kenya and all my travels. What kind of job are you doing nowadays? Okay, so nowadays I am in the realm of like marketing, and I'm gonna do a cash challenge, which is what I joined this thing to talk about. But I'm doing a make cash challenge from now for the next 3 to 7 days to make $3,000 to $7,000. And I said I'm gonna come on here tomorrow with an offer, but I'm gonna be promoting it to do the challenge. Once I finish the challenge, then I'll come back and let y'all know how I did and what my findings were, how well I did, what was successful, what wasn't successful, and so I'll share that with y'all when I get back. But I'm definitely in the marketing area. I've been in marketing for well over 10 years. I started off traveling. I did a tour with Tyler Perry, and that's kind of how it started. I do concerts and large events. So I do Southern Soul, blues concerts and events about 3 or 4 times a year, and so that's usually the things that I normally do. And so in those downtimes I have a lot of wiggle room, a lot of leeway to do other things. So I do consulting for other people. I do new artists who are coming in are always asking me questions on how to break into the music industry, what to do, what songs to play. I say, around this time of year, slow songs are kind of the good ones. Make sure you have a set playlist. Make sure you have a digital presence like your social media. You need to have Facebook, Instagram, whatever the platform that you use, but make sure you're showing up. You cannot be a brand new artist with songs and no following, because in this day and age, in this market, you need to be promoting your songs and also having your song in multiple formats. Like if you're performing, like I do concerts, right? So if I'm doing concerts, you can't give me a CD. You have to give me multiple formats, right? Like a CD, and also, you maybe just want to give me your on your phone, but we may not have the conversion of the piece for your phone. So also making sure you have it on an MP4 or flash drive or something else. So yeah, so all kinds of stuff. But that's my background. That's my area of expertise is in marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, sponsorship marketing, all things marketing. I'm a certified project manager. So I got my certification in 2018. So yeah, we out here. You look tired, right? Yeah, it's getting late. I'm going to hop off on here. But I will chat with you all tomorrow. All right.